But there is other than the stuff that I showed you, did have something come out that I thought was interesting enough to talk about. Let me
Mhm.
connect to it and hope that you can hear it because it's Instagram and I haven't shared anything from Instagram before.
Coming months, it's not sustainable.
Like
It's
you
not
can't.
sustainable for anyone involved. The only people who I guess are benefiting are like the platforms who are constantly people are coming to try, but I don't even know if that's true. Maybe the advertisers who run ads on the YouTubes and whoever, maybe they benefit from the constant. But I think
That, or it's the overlap, bro. And this is not just towards Drake. This is like just pretty much everything that gets released every Friday. Like, I don't know, you said like 113,000 songs.
No, I think it's like 200,000.
And that's daily.
That's daily. That's
everything. Daily.
It's not sustainable.
But also too,
and it's like I don't.
That's why you see and there's a different combo. That's why you see the labels laying mad people off.
Well, isn't it part of the artists aren't making money the same, so they kind of have to do this? Isn't this part of it?
I think there's too many artists.
Too many artists.
And you know, I make jokes all the time. Y'all wanted no gatekeepers. Y'all wanted everyone to have access. You wanted everybody gets to be a rapper. Everybody gets to. It's what you get. There's no quality control. There's no. It's just have at it, fam.
And then who's to blame for that, though?
Who's to blame? Yeah. I don't know if it's all of us. It's
everybody. So it's all our fault?
It's the whole entertainment machine. I mean, yeah, but by the way, this isn't just affecting music either.
No, that's all kinds of entertainment.
Movies.
Yeah.
Everything,
TV shows,
it's just TV shows where you open up trying to watch a TV show, you don't even know what to watch. You don't know what's good. Yeah. Things are done shoddy just to like keep, fueling the machine.
Yeah,
it's a problem, and we've been in a phase now where there's like basically there's only 3 labels. There's Sony, Warner,
and Universal.
That's it. And the head of Warner is formerly of YouTube, and then
Universal's Lucy Green and his son.
Boss son is the head of it. I think.
So what do you think of that?
Well, I mean, I think he's right. I don't know. Is that true? Like, there's so many music artists, and they're releasing so many music.
Yeah, I've heard that before. Where there is like on Spotify, there's like a ridiculous amount of music that gets because you got to think about lo-fi artists. Like people who do instrumentals too. So it's not just like, pop music and country and EDM, and there's like 15 different versions of EDM. You got lo-fi, chill hop. And so if everybody releases at the same time, it's just a flood. All right. And to get back to his point about how it's affecting everything, right? I signed up to Amazon's like book thing, where they give you access to, like a library or whatever. So you can download these new books, something to read, right? Mm-hmm. And what I found out when I signed up for it, the reason why I got rid of it was just so much stuff. It was just like so many freaking, because they have the thing where you can self-publish. So it threw all of that in there too. So trying to figure out what book didn't suck and what book does suck and like this, and then you read one and like this is terrible and what he talked about the gatekeepers is when you go back to like the Timbaland and the Neptunes and all them type of dudes, to make music was expensive because the keyboards cost like $3,000, the mixers were like $5,000, and this was $500, and that was whatever. Most people didn't have that kind of money. So the people who did and wanted to start a record label, you as a artist had to be good. You had to bring some value for this person to spend this amount of money or give you access to all of this stuff so that you can make music. Nowadays, you get an iPad, you get a $40 DAW on the iPad, and then you can just crank out some stuff. And then you got and then you got a bunch of people because the loop thing is like ridiculous. You'll look at like a song that'll come out and it'll have like 5 different freaking producers or whatever on it. And the reason for that is the person, like the main dude on top, he is using little loops and samples that are made by all of these people. And then he'll throw like a drum beat on top of that and then mix it together in a freaking song and then give it to an artist, and then the artist likes the song and uses the song, and then you got to list everybody who like. And a lot of times, these people don't even know each other. They just bought it off of this site and Splice and like all that.
Mixed match. You know, I would just to put my own 2 cents in there.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with him. Like I do think that things do need to be gate kept, especially as he said. I think that kind of sums it up for me for quality
Mm-hmm.
control.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think if you have everyone making everything,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's kind of interesting too. Like back then we didn't have things like readily available at our fingertips, and now there's too much of everything, so it's like you have an overindulgence of
Yeah.
of content of things, and then you have to cycle through all the crap pretty much until you find something that's actually worth your time or something that's quality.
Yeah. There is this. All right. So there is this sci-fi like book publisher. I don't even know if they're still in business or they got bought out by somebody else, called Baen. It's Baen. All right. I knew that when I went into Barnes and Nobles and I looked at the books and I went over to their little section, because I bought so many books from them that I knew that even if it's a new person that I don't know who it is, it's gonna be reasonably good, because 9 times out of 10 they are. It may be a little different. It may not be to my taste, but it's actually written well, because they had a person who was in charge of the literary stuff to make sure that the book flowed and like all the basic tenets of how you write
Right.
a book. And
Yeah.
it's the same thing with like when you talk about the gatekeepers in music. Like you got people, all right, so this is how you make a song. This is what people like this, people like that, yada 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 yada. And it's not necessarily to keep people out, but some people do get kept out. It's kind of unfortunate. But now that the floodgates are open, I don't know how you fix this, because everything is like that first 2 weeks of the American Idol.
Yeah, there's that's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
Like, everybody think they can sing.
Yeah.
Dude, the amount of people who looked at Simon and told him he didn't know what the hell he was talking about. He's like, what? I've been doing this for 30 years, man.
That's a really good analogy. Yeah, it is like that.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. So
Yeah.
I was watching something. The reason why I pulled this up, because I was looking at this other guy. He's like a younger dude in late 20s, early 30s kind of thing. That younger, like kind of like you. Not old, but not necessarily young. And he was just going on about this, that, and the other. And I'm like, bro, he got a point, man. Is you can't just there can be a balance. So yeah, when there was gatekeeping, there are a bunch of people who had a hard time getting it. I give you that. But you can't go swing in the other direction. The pendulum has shifted way off into the other direction, and
Yeah.
trying to find, and it's like this, when you go on the switch into their like marketplace, good luck. The only things I look at in there are the ones that are published by major brands. But they could be a lot of little gems, but I won't know because
There's
there's
just
so
too
much.
much.
It's just so much stuff.
Yeah.
And think about, you go to iTunes, you go on Steam on PC, it's the same crap. It's just too much stuff. It's an overabundance of stuff. So
It's hard to kind of say too, because yeah, I do get the other side. As you said, you might skip out on like some hidden gems, or maybe
Mhm.
there really are some talented people, but if it is gate kept, at the same time, if it is going to be the opposite way, and if they're
Mhm.
going all the way, yeah, there's just like a over abundance of stuff.
Yeah. I don't know how you get back to the middle though. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
It's like complaining about this and listening to him complain about it is, it's like you pissing in the wind. I don't know how you fix it, because like once you start doing like doing quality control over stuff, people gonna be yelling about gatekeeping and all that other stuff. So I think it'll fix itself. Like, I don't know how, but yeah, I think it'll be to the point where it'll weed out all the people who don't have the talent. And that's essentially what you kind of want. Is not everybody's made to do like whatever your dream is. That's nice, but you may or may not have the skill or talent to actually do it. So it's kind of sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I think people will see that in your work.